Okay, here we are.
Welcome back to TLB Talk.
Yeah, welcome back. New week, new topic. No? Exciting? Let me first
Because
what
this
should we talk
week,
about?
Korean cafe culture or
I
coffee
was
culture.
like, or maybe people like, he wants to talk about
Hey,
the
you
microphone.
just-
But no, it's a coffee.
You just asked me what's the topic. I just said Korea cafe culture or coffee culture. Because we went to so many different coffee shops, cafes in Korea. So I thought we can talk about it.
Yeah. We like half experts. Coffee sommeliers or something, right?
Coffee sommeliers.
Yes, we had so many coffee owners, putting their children into the university. So I think we definitely qualified to talk about coffee culture. Not about coffee, but about coffee culture in Korea.
Oh, true. Because
Yeah.
coffee-wise, like right now we're drinking instant coffee. We like instant coffee, drip coffee, espresso, anything. We
Yeah.
just like coffee.
We love coffee, everything. Smell, taste, look,
The
what else?
warmness.
Warmness. I even like coffee cake, by the way. Like this coffee cake or like this. Yeah, I do. Oh, like tiramisu and that kind of stuff, right? Love it.
I like coffee candy.
Oh, coffee candy I like too.
It's nice.
Yeah, it's nice. It's like,
Yeah.
So, okay, we definitely somehow qualified to talk about this one. Okay, coffee culture.
Coffee culture. First of all, I want to say, there are so many.
Wait. First, maybe explain the difference, coffee culture and cafe culture. Because I feel like in Korea, there's cafe culture, not coffee culture.
I see. Go on.
Go on. Me. Okay. Cafe culture. Cafe culture in Korea, I think, there's cafe culture, not coffee culture. Because coffee culture is the one that like you really into coffee. You go to a cafe because of coffee.
The flavor.
You want that barista makes that coffee. You want that particular beans, right? You want to make it this way, right? And you know the difference, right?
Yeah.
And you know how you want to drink it, right? You maybe drink espresso on the regular basis because of the flavor, because you're like, this one tastes good, the acidity of this one, right? The flavor of this, like,
Wow,
all
you
the
really
things.
talk
The
like coffee sommelier.
Yeah, the crema is better with that, right?
Crema.
Things like this, right? You maybe know the difference between the machines, right? It's
Yeah.
like how you extract the coffee, right? How many seconds, how long, what the pressure and all that kind of stuff. This is coffee, right? Coffee culture, right? That's why you want certain coffee.
Yeah.
In Korea is less. I would say no one goes for the coffee as such.
Not many. Not
Not
no
many.
one.
Like no, but that's what I say. Majority goes for the cafe, and the drink is secondary.
Because
You know
they're
what
going for experience. Because like a lot of people, in general, lots of friends, they meet up in a cafe, not really inviting their friends to their home. I don't know, somehow we don't, because like we either live with parents or messy, don't want to clean up, whatever reason, we usually meet up friends at a cafe. And usually when you chat with your friend, it takes, hours, like 2-3 hours, no problem. So to attract people, they make nice interior, have a killer menu, like one item that go viral on Instagram, things like that.
Or for study.
For study, that's another thing. Especially franchise coffee shops, they have study section.
There's study cafes. There's a whole thing. There's a study cafe.
Yeah.
That's
I
a
totally
thing.
forgot.
And like,
Yeah.
I actually don't know if there's
That's
study
quite
cafes.
unique culture, isn't it?
Don't know, because I don't know actually if there's study cafes in like Japan or in Vietnam or something. But in Korea, they have study cafes. Like you just go there and study for 8 hours or whatever, and that's it. You can eat there as well, right? It's a little bit like manga cafe maybe in a way in Japan.
No. It's
kinda.
different. I know there's a study cafe. We saw look like cafe and you study, and also they call it study cafe, but it's actually library. So depending
I
on
only mentioned like a manga cafe because people goof off in manga cafes in Japan, right?
yeah.
Like if you don't know where to go for 8 hours because like I have 8 hours spare time or whatever, right? And then they go to manga cafe because you can just hang out there. Yeah, and then maybe here they just go study cafe or
because
something?
I saw around that Azu University, there's a big university in Suwon, and then I saw they look like cafe, but everybody's not talking. They're just like being by themselves and with a book or wearing AirPod. And there's, what is that? It was cafe, but only for study. And I was like, you order Americano or latte and you sit there for hours, just study. And I thought like, that's so unique.
That's like interesting, right? But sometimes they do it in Mega as well. So,
Yeah.
like, you never know, right?
It could be anywhere, you just go, any franchise cafe, even Starbucks, like ground floor, usually people sit there and chat, upstairs with the laptops.
So anyway, in Korea, people don't meet at home usually, right? They're like, I don't know, maybe it's messy or whatever, right? Maybe you don't want to deal with doing food or whatever, right? Well, whatever the reason is, usually people don't meet at home. So where do you meet? Cafe is nice, right? You sit there, there's couches many times, right? Like many pretty ones, right? And very cozy and that kind of stuff, right? So people go to the cafe and is mainly that's what becomes the culture, right? The cafe culture as such, because people go to a cafe because of the cafe, not because of the coffee, right? Yeah, that's like a different thing here.
I think
guess.
that's why we see a lot of people order same coffee as well. Americano is very popular and it's one of my favorite as well. I cannot lie.
90% drink Americano.
I am that Korean as well. I always order Americano. And in Korea, a lot of people drink
everybody everybody
like, is short for iced Americano. In short,
If you don't know, because they shorten it not by they shorten it the way you pronounce it, not the way you write it, right? Because ice is spelled with an I, not with an a, but you say it like this, so that's why you shorten it like this. Iced, right? So iced Americano. So everybody knows. Whatever coffee shop you go, franchise, no franchise, like if you order everybody knows what you want, right? And well, that's what you get as well, right? It's like no biggie, right?
I know you don't like because you said
I think it's easy to say as well. That's why.
No, also it's really easy to drink, especially I think that's because of the food that we usually eat, because many times we eat spicy food and after that Americano kind of cleans your palate,
Maybe.
And you can, and
I can't really tell about.
And when you have dessert, also dessert is quite sweet. So we like to drink something bitter coffee, which is Americano.
I mean, talk for yourself, because I don't know. I cannot drink Americano.
Okay, that's your problem.
It's totally like, you see, I'm not like, I love coffee and I love the smell and everything, but I cannot drink Americano. I like drip coffee, but not Americano. Americano to me tastes always same. Doesn't matter where I go, if I buy cheap one or expensive one, they taste always same, like cigarette butts. I don't care. It's too charcoaly, too smoky, too like this, right? It does not, I don't know. It doesn't do for me.
Then you drink latte?
I love latte or anything else. Einspänner, like this, the kind of stuff.
You like flavored coffee as well?
I like a little bit diluted coffee, I guess. Like not pure.
That doesn't sound good.
Yeah, no, it's because you still get that coffee smell, that coffee vibe, right? And like you get the smoothness with it. Americano for me is a little bit too sharp, too bland, too simple in a way, I like everything else with a coffee.
So if you want coffee without milk or something, just have drip coffee because
drip
you
coffee,
like it.
Like nice,
cold
good,
brew.
Nice, good drip coffee like this, hot one, or like even cold brew or anything like this. You feel the difference. Like all the harshness is gone, and when you can actually tell if it's different beans, what kind of beans, right? If it's fruity, if it's more stronger, less, like something, right? Like it's different. Then you can taste it, but. Yeah, Americano, no. But let us know. I don't know. Maybe other places as well. Like Americano is number one or something. I don't know.
Maybe. My second favorite is flavored drink, which is black sesame coffee. It used to be a trend. It was like sweet black sesame flavored in coffee. That was like great. No one sell that coffee anymore, but I missed it. So like sometimes I like dessert coffee as well. And a lot of coffee shops, they offer dessert coffee, with many times cream on top and never fail. So
never.
Exactly.
Fantastic.
I realized that we don't actually eat much from cafe. What I mean is like dessert wise, we usually drink coffee, but not sweets from coffee shops.
Because most of the coffee shops, I think that we go is like, so because from the franchise ones, it's like not really good quality, like thing,
Usually
coffee, because it's frozen stuff. And then
they put in a microwave.
They put in
or
microwave, exactly.
Oven.
And oven. So I wouldn't say it's like that great. Like usually you can skip it, like I don't have to eat that one, And if it's like a better coffee shop, same thing. It's like it's better, more pricier, but don't know. I feel like because many times we go after something as well, you know, it's like I already ate. I'd rather have just dessert, and it's like many times like cake or that kind of thing is like too heavy. I'd rather have, I don't know, cold smoothie.
Cold
Like
smoothie.
I know, probably heavy as well. I know it's heavy as well. It just doesn't feel heavy. You know what I mean? So I'd rather drink that dessert, I think, than eat it. You know what I mean? If it makes sense, I guess.
You know, when you think about it, like
And sometimes you just want sprinkles. You know what I mean? It's like screw. Sometimes you just want, you know, pink something, you know, in cream on top and you know, cherry.
But you see, but the good thing is that there are so many sweet drink items on the menu, you know? Like when you go to franchise coffee shops, I think they have over like 30 different items on the menu.
They have many, yeah, true. They have many.
Like sweet things, grainy thing, non-coffee, parfait, aid, or all sort of stuff.
I
Yeah.
would say the only thing is like if you come to Korea, you know, and you wanna like looking for coffee, you're never gonna be disappointed like this, right? So because I think the standard in Korea with coffee is quite high. You know, the only thing is like, I don't know when you want the coffee, for example, right? Like in Germany, for example, we drink coffee in the morning as well. New Zealand was like this as well, right? You can drink early in the morning. Like you wake up, you get out of the house, you can have coffee, right?
Yeah.
6:30, 7 a.m. You can have coffee. Here it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
You can't get, like most private coffee shops, they open quite late.
12-ish.
12-ish, like that kind of stuff, right? They're quite late. If you want a coffee, if you're like that kind of person, you're probably a little bit disappointed because you only can go to franchises. That's the most common thing. And even then, depends on where you are.
Yeah.
Like train station, fine, right? Like that kind of thing. Train station, big busy road maybe, you know, where there's a lot of foot traffic, right? You're probably fine. Even if it's side street, or maybe quiet neighborhood. You know, sometimes people like live in an Airbnb, not downtown somewhere. There may be neighborhoods, right? Then even then, maybe it's not always open, even though it's franchise. They open then maybe then 8 or 9 or something, right?
Usually the coffee shops, as you said, around train station and bus stop, they open like 7-ish. 7 or latest one is 8 because they know people have to take bus and train, so they come out early. Otherwise, the earliest one from franchise, I think is 9 or 10. Private coffee shops, 12 or 1, which is quite late. People going there afternoon or for evening.
If you let me say something, one thing is like that bit annoying, I have to say, that time thing, because depends on where you go. You know, when we said 12-ish, it is ish. You know,
It
is
could be
ish.
12:30.
It could be 12:30. So just because even on Naver, you know, you see it on Naver maybe, and sometimes on Google as well, or like this, right? You check the website or their Instagram or
Is it
something like this,
open?
and it says open or it says opening hours, right? The 12 o'clock, whatever. I know it might be 5 minutes, like sometimes people late or like this, but it's usually quite often that it's not.
Yeah.
And sometimes it can be quite late, you know, like, half an hour, 40 minutes like this, you know. You know, the thing is like, normally I don't have an issue with that in general. It's just that like 12 o'clock is kind of late in a way, you know? And like when you think of a certain time and 12 o'clock is like everybody is already awake, you know? Because like people sleep in, it's fine, you're right? Like you don't wake up 7 in the morning, it's fine. You maybe wake up 9 or maybe 10 is kind of like late for waking up, I would
But
say.
even let it be. If they want to open late, it's okay as long as they open on time.
I know. They are only saying because, you know, even if you think 12 o'clock is like this, you know, and you like already woke up late and then you're thinking, you go, oh, they open at 12, let's go there. It might be not it, you know? That's all what I was saying.
So do not rely on Google Maps or Neighbor Map because it says it's open, but you get there and it's closed. So you always have to think the second one, you know, like if it's closed, where do I go?
And I think because, like I said, you know, standard is quite high, right? So if you know, just want a coffee, right? It's like the same thing. You woke up in the morning, right? You want a coffee. Franchise is okay. In Korea, franchise is okay. Like, doesn't matter if you go even at like Starbucks or something, even like people say like, you know, complain about Starbucks or other franchises or franchises in general, right? But actually the coffee quality, because you look, it's less than a private, obviously, but it's still good, I would say, for that price and for as a franchise, you know? You can't actually get wrong, you know? You may be disappointed if you compare it to fancy coffee shop, right?
Course,
and like this. But if you want to just coffee and you can have good time here as well, grabbing a coffee, you don't have to go there and sit there, you know? You just grab a coffee, take away, walking around in the park or something like this, also not going to be disappointed.
And then as you said, you know, like for the price, it's really good. When you go to franchise coffee shops,
By the way, watch
Americano,
our video about that topic. Yeah.
say it,
Well, yeah, we just made a video on YouTube about
1 year ago.
1 year ago or something, right? Which still holds up today. Like what everything that we said in that video still is true and correct to this day, right? But yeah, watch that video. That was just about Korean franchise coffees, right?
Yeah,
Which
we
is
released about a year ago Korean franchise coffee shop video.
our number ones and number twos and which one we recommend and not recommend and so on. Yeah, watch that. Go and watch after we watch this. You know, no, don't skip this. Watch.
Don't skip this. Anyway, for the price, the quality is good because Americano is like 1,500 Korean won. It's like $1 US, the hot one, and iced one is like $1.50 or
Usually
$2.
like 50 cents more. Or
Yeah, like this. That's so cheap. And latte is like $3 around
I think
that.
from 250 to
250
350 depends on where you go. Like if you go to like
350,
like
this. That's also very cheap. And then it's the venti size, so it's kind of good
True,
amount.
most of the time, yeah, exactly. If you want to have cheap, good coffee, large size, I think franchise is actually
coffee shop,
you can't actually avoid it. You better go there directly.
Yeah. So definitely highly recommend. And if you want to go for like a little bit special coffee like Einspanner, or they have their either signature coffee or they have their own seasonal item, then also maybe you pay $4.50, which is also quite good price, So in that case, I would say price-wise, Korea is good.
Yeah.
But when it comes to private coffee shops, it's different because price can be really vary depending on the location, depending on the beans they use. It could be $5, it could be $7, $8, $9.
Yeah, sometimes it can go quite high. Quite high. Even for the same coffee, Because we're not only talking about like, drip coffee is probably the most expensive,
I think so.
I guess as in like normal coffees or something like this. And not even talking about like special beans or something like this, right? Just like compared to Americano, latte, and like this, Einspanner maybe, and then like drip coffee, drip coffee probably always the most expensive, right? In any places, right? There is certain places where you go, they charge even more for it because location and like, higher rent and other things. I guess like all over the world, same thing, But it can get quite almost a little bit out of hand, quite pricey actually, And sometimes you don't know actually why.
And we went to those places as well, and I can't justify it. Some places, like if the coffee is really good, then I understand. But it was like, it's good, but not for that price.
I would say any private shop usually is good. Except maybe when there's a bigger one in like a good area. I think that's how you can maybe...
What do you mean bigger one?
When there's like, well, it's private, but it looks more like, when there's like 5 staff already, something like this, Bigger place, a little bit fancier or something, more staff, right? And it looks almost like a franchise, but it's not, right? Those kind of places. Like the one in Gangnam. We went there, right? And we were like a little bit disappointed because like I was drink latte and I paid 6,500.
Yeah.
6.5 for latte, and then you get it in a paper cup.
Yeah, paper
right?
cup.
And I know sometimes they like try to make it like it's an environment friendly thing or like try to
then
be
they
a
should
fancy
have used
things.
the cup.
But then you can use a cup, normal mug, right, or something like this, and it just feels better, and it's like the price reflects it as well, and it's like. The coffee wasn't that great.
And it was small.
It was small and it wasn't that great. And I know it's in Gangnam. It's just that it's not really... There's other places actually cheaper in the same area, and it's like this. So that kind of place, I think you can avoid.
I felt so bad on the day because I found that cafe because it was really good review. And it's like, oh, it's nice interior. It's upstairs. We hardly go to a cafe on the second floor. We always go on the ground floor. Oh, second floor must be good view. Let's go. And it was not good.
No.
Yeah. True. But until we go there, we don't know, right?
Yeah, true. You have to try it for yourself. But that's why we tell you. So you don't have to. You save your money We already passed that point, yeah. No, save your money, go other place. Because there's a lot of places that people actually don't go because it's not so overhyped in a way, right? Because that one is like, Main Street, yeah, maybe second floor, nice view and whatever. Everybody wants to go there, or there's a lot of reviews on there, and which like, yeah, coffee
These
is
days,
average.
I don't actually believe reviews
I
anymore.
know, I don't believe reviews as well. Don't believe reviews because actually it's not nothing.
Yeah.
But if you go to the side street and then there's a quieter coffee shop, usually you get at least the same experience, if not better, because usually the people are friendlier or something, or there's like usually just the owner working there, right? Or like one barista, right? And they're like, you have a good time there because they make good coffee, or they're more into that making actually that coffee, right? And you have way better time and you pay many times actually a little bit less,
Because the small coffee shops, they have to survive. To do that, they have to make really good coffee to attract people, because interior-wise, space-wise, they can't really provide so great experience, isn't it? Because if they are small. So when you go to that kind of place, coffee is always good. And
depends on the place. I mean, what I mean is like they can't provide like the thing. No, many of them look actually kind of nice.
Cute,
because
eh?
they have their style or something,
Yeah,
Even
quite
if you
unique.
even if you put less, I don't know, furniture or decoration or something, it can get expensive, right? You buy nice furniture or nice decoration or something like, but you don't actually have to, right? You provide your style, right? You make your style, and like how it looks and what you wanted to do is totally fine, right? But it's like that, that uniqueness about when there's one barista or the one that owns that place. He wants to make nicer coffee, right? If you go there other places, there's 5 staff. No one cares actually about the thing.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh, there's an order with, 3 coffees and 1 cake, whatever, right? It's like, just get it out or something, right? And it's like nothing really special about it, nothing really unique about it or something, nothing personal about it, right? And it's just like this. And it's like many of the Instagram coffees as well, right? The one that like bigger one, right? It's more like you allowed to come. You know what I mean?
That
It feels
attitude.
like, that kind of attitude. You allowed to come and drink our coffee, right? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Whereas the private ones, the other ones, right? The smaller private ones is like, hey, thank you so much for coming. It's really nice. It's like, oh, look, I'm proud of my coffee, right? I'm proud of, even when they have like cheesecake, whatever, right? I'm proud of my dessert. I'm proud of my cafe in general, right? As like, oh, I roast my own beans or I do my own thing, right? This is nice, And then many times you hear something as well. It's like they want to tell you a story or they want to tell about what's going on or whatever, right? It's way better. Even if you pay $6 there compared to the other one, that $6 is worth it, and you know where it goes. You know what I mean?
And I also, we went to many Instagram places when we came to Korea in the beginning.
So many, yeah.
In the beginning, but then we realized, well, it's not really worth it. And then we tried, it's okay, like for the picture and going with your friend because your friend wants to go there, that's fine. But these days, as you said, we like to find like hidden gems. And I like that because of that connection with barista. And many times when you go to franchise cafes, well, all franchise cafe, including Starbucks, you have to order at the counter, and then you get either bell or they call the number, and then you go to the counter, you grab your own coffee and food. When you finish, you have to return the tray. I kind of miss that you don't have to return the plate. Maybe you just leave it there. That one is sometimes like I miss that,
I know.
So
But
when we
would
go
be
to
nice.
that, like small private coffee shop, sometimes we order directly to him or her, and he or she serve the coffee to us. I kind of like that connection.
It's nice. It's not so common, but there is. I feel like there's a little bit more and more little coffee shops doing it, because usually many other coffee shops, even the private one as well, depends on the coffee shop. Usually it's more like you order at the counter and you still grab your coffee and you return it as well, right? And even though it looks nice and fancy, you still have to walk yourself, right? Which is fine, I guess, sometimes.
That's
It's just
fine.
that it depends on what you expect as well. Because you see, from Germany, I'm not like used to, right? Like, yeah, you go Starbucks or you go a franchise, yes. But then, well, it's cheaper, right? And that's the thing. All the other places, you don't. The waiter comes, right? Order, brings it, takes it away, right? Things like this. So when you expect that kind of thing, it's because you don't know where you can get it, right? That's the thing. It's not really, because it's not common.
You know why I'm saying this? Because I saw somebody uploaded on Instagram or was on Thread. I don't remember, but there was like 10 foreigners came to a cafe and they had coffee and dessert, and then they left the plate and cup on their table and left. And then many Koreans puzzled, like, why didn't they return to the counter? I think because they actually didn't realize they have to, and no one told them they have to, or maybe they knew they didn't want to. I don't know. But in general, I know in their culture it's not common. But in our culture, most of the time we return the cups and plate to the counter. Usually you will see it says return sign. That's where you return. So if somebody gives you like weird look, like when you leave the table and you didn't return it, that's probably it.
So normally on the safe side, if you don't want to be weird or you're not sure, rather bring it back than leave it there. Because in most places, I would say 85% or something like this, maybe even more, I would say you have to return it. You have to get it in the first place and return it as well. So when you're not sure, it's rather better you return it as well, because, then they tell you, hey, it's okay, or thank you so much for returning it, right? So you can't get wrong.
For even this one, like I can see the cultural difference. Because, when we went to Vietnam, do you remember that one of the cafe, they had a big sign in Korean, please leave your cup on the table. Do not return here. Because in Vietnamese culture, they come to your counter, they bring it to you, and they clean up after you're gone, because they have their own system. But many Koreans, because we used to returning the plates and cups, so they take it to the counter, but there is no returning section. And there was a sign in Korean, please just don't bring it to us. You see, like we try to be good, but actually in their culture, no.
It depends on where you go. Yeah, it's like different things. That's why, that's the thing. Just in case, bring it back.
Bring it back.
Bring it back. Well, what's like special or unique or something like this? Is there something? Oh, well, everybody try to make the same thing. When you're like,
that's what you like about, or you don't like about?
I always say like this is like a thing. I don't know if it's in other places, other countries, same or something, but if one thing becomes popular here, everybody wants to get onto.
Like Einspänner?
Einspänner,
that chocolate dessert, Dubai chocolate,
right? And then they try to do other things with Dubai chocolate, right? Whatever it is, right? Salty bread, right? Like everybody makes salty bread. And like it doesn't become special anymore.
Yeah, maybe one cafe started, but then everybody copied it, so it's not.
Yeah, there's a lot
unique.
of like copy things that one copy from the other, and I don't know. There's some good ones, maybe some so, but it's like it gets overfloated with like that same product. Yeah, don't know. That's one thing, because same thing. I'm not sure if I saw it like somewhere else, like this extreme in a way. Because I know everybody wants to follow certain trends, right? It becomes busy, right? And like, you see other things selling it. It's just here it feels like very fast and very extreme in a way, And
you
not sure
sell
if it's
it,
a good
I
thing.
sell it too.
Yeah. And like, that's the thing. And it's like, if you see one coffee franchise, you probably sit in that franchise, you can see the other franchise from across the street, on right next to, or wherever it is, you probably see 3 or 4 actually,
There's one in our neighborhood, in one, like that 100-meter, there are 4 cafes. There was Uzi Coffee, to some place, and then there was a Mega.
There's Mega there, and there's Mr. Beck's there.
Mr. Beck's Coffee and Compost Coffee a little bit over there. Amazing.
Last time we watched something and they said like Shanghai has the most per capita coffee shops or something like this, the most concentration in one city. Yeah, Shanghai is like most concentration and everything. But here it feels like, we're probably not far off because you see everywhere you see a coffee shop, right?
Starbucks, for example, in Seoul, quite often you notice that you're standing in one spot and you see Starbucks on here, over there, and here and there. I think we mentioned that one video in Gwanghwamun in Seoul. There were 4 Starbucks coffee shops.
They see each other. Like you sit there and it's like there's one and there's one, and it's like people is like, I can't be bothered to cross the street to go to Starbucks. I just go on this side of the street. I go to that Starbucks instead of just crossing the street, right? And it's like so many of them, and there's like all the other stuff as well, right? There's like then you have this franchise and this franchise and this franchise, like so many.
So in a way, I'm kind of like that because we have so many options,
Oh, that reminds me, secret tip. If you go to a coffee shop, go to the second floor. Like if you see a coffee shop on the second floor, it's usually way less busy than the first one. I mean, than the ground level.
Yeah.
Always like this. Like, okay, it goes for other businesses as well, because no one wants to walk stairs here somehow, you know. It's like, so when there's a business on the second floor, it's already way less people. But when you see a coffee shop, they can be same good, right? Cool coffee shop, maybe hip, like nice and with interior nice and like this, right? It's always going to be less people. Always. Don't know why. I mean, maybe one of those Instagram places, you know, they may be same full or something, right? But if it's like a normal coffee shop, I think even franchise. I think even franchise compared to other franchise, you know. But if it's like a private one, for sure, go to the second floor. You always have a better time. If you have to wait or if there's no seat or anything on like the ground level ones, right?
Look up.
Just go a little bit further, look up. There's always somewhere, there's many times also a coffee shop, right? Especially in like cooler places, right? Cooler areas or hipper places, right? There's a second coffee shop, is always more like more space available. So yeah, second floor. If you come here, go second floor.
Second floor.
Okay, then how would you then sum up the whole thing?
When you come to Korea, you won't fail finding good coffee because the standard in general is quite high. So you will get a good coffee. If you want a cheaper coffee, go to any franchise. It's fine. If you want to have a better coffee, go to smaller
In our video,
side street coffee shop.
In our video, we said skip Mr. Beck.
Yeah, he doesn't like Mr. Beck's coffee.
Skip Mr. Beck. But otherwise, yeah, any coffee shop will be fine.
Any franchise coffee shop is good and it's cheap, it's drinkable, and good atmosphere.
It doesn't sound so good, drinkable.
Good coffee, I would say. But because like, I would say good coffee, but people maybe have different opinions. So I said it's drinkable, so you can drink. One coffee a day. One cafe a day is nice if you come to Korea. Because there are so many, you have to go to many different ones, you know. One maybe has a cute place, cozy place, more modern or industrial looking. You can experience so many different places, you know.
True.
So cool. And yeah, thank you for watching and keep drinking coffee and enjoy the cafe.
Thank you for watching and then see you next week.
See you next week. Bye.